Hi again, Gregg of the News Tribune here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Well, what did we learn today from the Seahawks' second win in 2 months, 30-23 over San Francisco? First of all, we learned this defense that if you go back to the September games against Minnesota and Tennessee, ransacked, this defense can win games for Seattle, and it did today. We learned that Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco's quarterback, is still prone to ridiculous interceptions and overthrows over the middle. The one Quandre Diggs got in center field, an easy one of the easiest ones he'll ever get. Diggs' fourth of the season as he continues to prove that he should be getting paid big bucks, whether it's from Seattle or anyone else after his contract ends following this season. We also learned that Russell Wilson getting better. He looked as good as he has in the 4 games since his return from finger surgery. 30 of 37 passing, most of them short, but even his long balls looked more accurate, and they didn't have the wiggle and tail and float that they'd had in previous games. Tyler Lockett is exquisite. I'll talk to you about what he did before the game. That catch that he made for the touchdown with 2:28 left to put him up in the third quarter, put him up 30-23 was remarkable. He looked over his one shoulder and he looked over his other shoulder, and he made a catch over his shoulder by changing his line of vision twice. We've seen him do that before. We saw him do it in Indianapolis in the opener when before the game he looked up into the roof of the Dome Stadium to see what the girders looked like, what a ball over his shoulder catch would look like looking up into that roof. He's exquisite. He's Willie Mays in football cleats catching balls over his shoulder. That was a remarkable catch of coordination to be able to pull that off. There aren't many wide receivers in the world who can make the catch that he did looking over both shoulders while the ball was in flight. Before the game, last night, Saturday night in the team meeting, the Seahawks always have a meeting at their team hotel. They go, even for home games, go to a team hotel on the east side in Bellevue. And it's usually perfunctory with videos and Pete Carroll trying to get him inspirational messages. Well, Saturday night, Tyler Lockett stood up and he asked every one of his Seahawks teammates, "What is your why?" And he went around the room, 53 guys plus practice squad guys, and he asked everybody, "What is your why? Why are you here? Why are you here, Carlos Dunlap? Why are you here, Russell Wilson?" And Wilson and Dunlap said it really inspired not only them, but the entire team. Dunlap had his best game of the season by far. That was his first sack of the season that got the safety in the end zone of Jimmy Garoppolo that tied the game at 23. You saw the final play, him realizing he wasn't going to get to Garoppolo with the sack, so he jumps up, bats down the pass, which is even better than a sack or attempted sack because it knocked down the pass, and Seahawks win. Dunlap's been an interesting story. He played just 4 plays last week at Washington, just 17 plays against Arizona. He's playing only 39% of Seattle's defensive plays this year, by far his career low for his 12-year career. Not why they re-signed him. He's supposed to be a premier edge pass rusher, a 2-time Pro Bowler. He said he's been frustrated by it. It's been very difficult. But the coaches have said to him, this is your role now. They're playing Alton Robinson more, Darrell Taylor more off the edge. Carlos Dunlap, you're going to sit, and you're going to watch most games. He played maybe a dozen or plus snaps again today, but had 2 of the biggest defensive plays, the safety to tie the game and the batted down pass to win it. Dunlap said he thought about where he came from, North Charleston, South Carolina, and the kids who didn't make it and probably should have made it, but he's where he is because of hard work and determination. It was a time, Lockett, in that team meeting, it was a time for these guys to forget about the 3-8 record, the losses, the millions of dollars they've made to get to where they are, all the failures and talk of failures and negativity around this team, and just focus on their why, which is what Lockett asked for. And Pete Carroll said he thinks it had a lot to do with their victory today. Jamal Adams, he has a shoulder injury, a sprained shoulder. Pete Carroll said it's the same shoulder that he had surgically repaired after last season. Carroll didn't mention the severity of it or the prognosis for the game at Houston this coming week. Carlos Dunlap, though, somewhat ominously said, "Pray for my guy, Jamal Adams." He asked Seahawks fans to pray for him. Of course, he also asked them to pray for peace of mind, clarity of mind for Gerald Everett. Everett, of course, with the 3 turnovers that were all on him, should have been a touchdown pass that he bobbled and turned into an interception in the end zone. Russell Wilson's 4th end zone interception in 4 games, not his fault. Everett also lost 2 fumbles, one of them on the goal line, and which should have been another touchdown on a shovel pass from Wilson. Really forgettable game from Gerald Everett. Wilson said after the game he went up to Everett and said, "We're still going to have you for the rest of the season." 4-8 now. I'm not going to get on with this about what their playoff chances are. Yes, they increased to maybe 4% now. They're playing 2-10 Houston this coming week. They just got to win. They finally got to win to get him back for the first time. As I said, they had only won one game since October 3rd. Russell Wilson, by the way, has only beaten 2 teams this year, the 49ers twice, and now the Colts. All my coverage is at thenewstribune.com, on Twitter at GBellSeattle. Thanks again for watching. Take care.